इतना है या इतना है, जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानपुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा, ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ, मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in this special webinar. We are welcoming each one of you in this special webinar today. Today's webinar is actually an invitation to become the business partner with Franchise India as independent franchise consultant. Franchise India is a trusted advisory platform how to start your own business, and IFC, we call it as a specialist, how to start your own business specialist. So Franchise India have biggest network in the world today. We are already having 97 cities network in India, and we are also present in 11 countries. So today's webinar is live right now in India, in other countries also, like we are in Bangladesh, in Nepal, UAE, and other Gulf markets. So this is running right now live, and we have a lot of international guests also in this special webinar. So we welcome you all once again. So today, as I said, we have presence in largely in every city in India. But franchising, since it is growing every day, today you consume anything and everything is coming from a franchise company. In a survey, it has been found that every household today is at least having one person who is looking to start a new business. Millions of NRIs in India who are looking to settle in India and having a lot of money, but not knowing which business is suitable for their market and where they want to invest, because which business can be fit in for their profile and their market and as per their investment. So as I said, we have a very, very diversified country like India. We realize that if we have even 10,000 franchise experts or franchise consultants in India, we will not be able to service the country like India. So considering this humongous opportunity in franchising, Franchise India is looking forward for like-minded people, like-minded professionals who are having some franchise, maybe some connection, or maybe having some kind of a consulting background. It may be financial background. It can be a real estate background. It can be somebody who is from the franchising front, working as a franchise professional for any company. We are looking forward for this kind of profile. This is a very, very unique opportunity and highly rewarding, no risk opportunity, and very, very low cost opportunity to partner with world's largest franchise company, which is Franchise India. And we are very fortunate that there is none outside Franchise India who can claim that he will get somebody into business. So we are a company, we help people to get into the business. It's the only platform which says that we have sold businesses across India, and no other company has sold that much of businesses in India. But at the same time, this opportunity is not for everyone. Someone who have passion to help people to get them into the business, someone who have passion to start consulting as a practice is what we are looking forward as a profile. So we, as a Franchise India, have three companies. In India, we run with the name of Franchise India. Largely, people know us in franchise with the name of Franchise India. And outside India, we have Fran Global. We are already running in 11 countries with the name of Fran Global. So Fran Global is an international arm of the business of Franchise India, who helps Indian brands to go across India, outside India, to uh, to build a network through franchising? And is there any company outside India, they want to come to India, they want to expand in India? So we, as a Fran Global, help them. And third, we have FranCorp, also one of the company, which is world's largest franchise development company, which is USA, Chicago based. They help companies to build their systems and processes, and they help companies to get ready for franchising. We largely have three formats, which we will be discussing today. One is investments, second is scale up, and third is a resale of the business. So when I'm talking about these three businesses, which we are talking about investments, so we'll discuss and we will throw some light on how we are talking about getting investments, and then how we are talking about helping companies to scaling up their business. And we also have resale, wherein some companies who want to sell their business, we help them. And there is any investor who have taken some franchise earlier, now do not want to continue, we also help them to sell their businesses. So to start with, if I can give you a little more introduction today, who is there on the panel along with our regional heads. So we have also management of Franchise India joined in this. My name is Sanjay. I'm CEO Director of Franchise India Consultants Private Limited. As I said, we have 97 cities network today, and this is what we have built over the last 5 years. And we have also created a sport function, sport system for each IFC regionally and locally. For that, we have regional heads. Some of them are present there on the panel today. We have Avneet, who has joined us from corporate office, which is in Delhi. So she is heading franchise acquisition, and she is also working with all the IFC partners who are there currently in the north part of it. And we have Ravi. He is based in Hyderabad. So we have our own office in Hyderabad. He has his own branch. Also, are completely giving a full support function to all our existing IFC partners. We also have joined us Bimal, and Bimal is actually based in Kolkata office. So he takes care of East India side plus Nepal and Bangladesh also. There are a lot of people who have joined us from Bangladesh today and also Nepal. So he will be one person who will be taking care of further your giving you guidance and help you to understand this business further. We also have Sharath. He has joined us from Mumbai, and we have our own office in Mumbai. So we have a lot of partners now in Mumbai. Rather, Mumbai is our one of the leading territory today, branch today. And we have Kapil joined us from Kolkata, from Chennai, I'm sorry. So Chennai is our own brand, which have a branch. And we have also Kerala and Chennai market, wherein Kapil takes care of. Mukul has joined us from Pune, and we have our own office in Pune, and he is inviting all the partners to Pune office and then having a one-on-one discussion with them, helping his clients also to get the business done for our partners. We have joined us Isha. She's also there in our corporate office in Delhi. And we also have joined us Miss Sonia Chaudhary. She is the managing director at Franchise India and takes care of all this business which we are talking about today, where we help investors, we help businesses and brands to get the matchmaking done. So as I said today in this webinar, we will understand what is Franchise India journey. So you will be also, a lot of people know us, but we will throw some light on Franchise India journey so far, because we started in 1999. And when we start company, how we started, what was the parameters we started, and why we have started to help investor community separately and started this brokerage business, which we are talking about. And we will also understand franchise is an industry, how big this industry is and how it is growing. Next, we can see 10 years, 20 years, how it is going to grow as an industry. We'll also understand the independent franchise consultant as a business model. At the end, we will also run a presentation. We request each one of you to be there till the end, because we'll give you some understanding about this model, business model of IFC, and we'll also throw some light on the monetization model, your payout structure, what are the revenue products, and how you can grow from one step to second step. That will give you complete understanding. During the webinar, my humble submission is please use Q&A box only. Please do not raise your hand. That's not the option here. We have Q&A box in this webinar. On your phone or laptop, you will see at the bottom, you will see Q&A box. Please use Q&A box for question answers if you have any, or we will also ask you a few questions. So please send us your queries and send us your answers also in the Q&A box. So before I hand over to Ms. Sonia Chaudhary, she will talk about largely about the journey and Franchise India, what we have done so far. So I would request all our teams also to see in case there's any question coming up in the Q&A box or anywhere. So please take up that question, and we want to name that person also who is going to send us any query. But my humble submission to put your queries only in the Q&A box. There is no other option. So you can use Q&A box and send us the query. We'll take up all these questions from your side. With that note, I would like to invite and welcome Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. She is the Managing Director, as I said. She will throw some light and welcome you all once again. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining in, and over to you. Please take it over.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sanjay. And friends, a very good evening to all of you. And I see one of our friends who have in fact written from Nepal. And Mr. Shah, we have Bimal, who is part of our team in East. He's leading the region, and he would definitely come and perhaps speak to you or meet you online over Zoom. Your question is regarding the price to become a partner, and the other is what is the process it takes. And this is what our webinar is all about. So I don't want to fast forward that. I'll request if you stay through the course of this presentation, and we'll answer your questions. And I'll also request, friends, whatever questions you have on the opportunity at large, what we do as a company, how we work, how we help, you're free to ask these questions and make the session as interactive as possible. And just to add on, I'll talk a little bit on our company Franchise India, because I feel if you want to partner with any opportunity, any company, any industry, it is important we understand, who are the people, what they do, how the company has performed, who are their clients, what our success stories have been, and what is the overall, addressable market that today we are addressing. So we'll understand these, and then we'll come down to what it takes to become a partner. And while this is an invitation, but at the same time, this is also a process where we qualify each other, which means that we need to have the right profile of people who can become partners with Franchise India. And so I'll take you through that. So once again, friends, welcome to the IFC webinar. And like we said, this is a program to associate as a partner of Franchise India, and in very simple words, as a franchisee of Franchise India, right? But profile selection is something which is very, very important in this case. And Franchise India runs different companies and businesses under Franchise India Group. In India, we operate all our entities and companies under the name of Franchise India. But outside India, we are present in about overall 11 countries outside India. All the entities in India is Franchise India. All the businesses that we do outside India are under the name of Fran Global, which is the international entity of Franchise India, and also a market entry specialist, which is operating in international markets across the world. Now, as partners, or I would say the channel forms a very important part of our day-to-day business operations. It also takes a lot of our time share. If you see on this panel alone, we have the entire leadership who has joined from across the country. And we feel it is important that we spend time to explain who we are, our business and group companies, size, opportunity, and how you can qualify and get selected to become a partner. So if you have been following Franchise India, you all would maybe echo or acknowledge that the core driver of our business, or I would say the foundation of our company Franchise India, or any businesses or entities that we created, in the last 27 years, the foundation of our business, the core driver of our business has been entrepreneurship. And entrepreneur serves, the entire community and the economy. So the initiative, or I would say the premise for us to start the IFC program, was also to work with entrepreneurs like you as our partners. So it is not a owner or I would say employer or employee relationship. It is an entrepreneur working with other entrepreneurs who have the skills and more importantly, I would say who have the intent to drive the business and drive entrepreneurship. And a lot of you might not have the understanding on the business model or the product. We have a team, we have our expertise, we have the learning of the last 27 years that we impart to you on a 3-day training program that we conduct in the head office of Franchise India, which is an in-house training, which is 24 hours of training, which is conducted where we bring the entire leadership. We conduct this training where day 1 and day 2, between me and Mr. Mare, who's the chairman of the company, we conduct this training ourselves. And we have Sanjay Bhatt, who leads the entire business, also joins. He then also brings in the other leadership, product or SME experts who also give you understanding on different offerings that we have as a business entity. Now, if you look at the opportunity today, a lot of people are starting their entrepreneurial journey. In fact, in the morning, I was speaking to a couple in Bangalore. I think Ravi on the screen, he got me on that meeting, and they were young couples. They were IT professionals. They were getting into the business for the first time. They've been working all their life. They also brought in their brother, another cousin in the family to participate in the business. And yesterday also I was talking to somebody, they had no experience before, but they're looking to getting into a business for the very first time. So today more and more people are starting their journey of entrepreneurship, and they're buying businesses than ever before. And at the same time, there are more brands, more companies, more opportunities which are today expanding via franchise route than was the case maybe 20 years back, or I would say 27 years back when we started our company. Now, this is not going to stop. It looks like that we already reached a very fast pace, but this is going to become very, very big, and it is becoming big and becoming larger every day. There are more entrepreneurs today, and at the same time, more aspiring entrepreneurs in the history of entrepreneurship than ever has been. Right? So hence, we have always worked as a company to develop our capabilities so that we're able to offer solutions, and also build our capacities through distribution so that we're able to stay ahead of the curve. Now, today, we have almost 300 international brands which Franchise India and Fran Global, put together, have exclusive mandate to represent an Indian market and many international markets. On top of that, there are about 1,000 opportunities in India, or companies which are already in India, which could be Indian companies or international companies where we have a master franchisee existing in the country. There are about 1,000 such companies who have given an exclusive mandate to Franchise India to represent their interest to potential partners in form of franchisees, dealership, or distribution. And so we are in fact, we have a massive engine of opportunity creation. So every day, every single day, there is a new opportunity that is launched through the platform of Franchise India. On top of that, while we create a platform where we can educate companies, we can educate investors on buying a business, we ourselves are also the master franchisee of 30 international companies, which primarily are into space, which includes food service, it includes wellness, it includes coaching, skill development, and early learning, right? So these are some of the categories that we ourselves have a big belief on. And all these businesses that we represent, including the masters that we own, the international brands that we represent, and the exclusive mandates that we have from the Indian companies, which include some of the top names in the country. I'm sure any top name in the company, the top 10 companies of India that we all know, they all work with Franchise India. So as you start, as a start your own business specialist, we work with very vast, community of entrepreneurs, investors who are looking to buy a business. And also as a company, we have always positioned ourselves as an investor-centric and a franchise-focused company. We always knew, in 1999 when we started, we always knew the opportunity always existed, but the ecosystem was missing, right? So we created this ecosystem to connect the community, investors, business buyers on one side, and the companies, brands, Indian, international on the other side, so that we could service this ever-growing demand. So I would say this is the only platform to start your own business. Anything that you would Google today, you will land on Franchise India website. So we had an enriching journey so far. And I'm happy to also share with all of you today, any franchising in the country which happens, 90% of the share of franchising is with Franchise India. And we started obviously with one city and have grown to about 97 cities today, 11 international markets, and a fully integrated franchise company. We are the largest franchise development company, not only in India, but globally in the world. We're the largest franchise development company and also the largest distribution company by our spread, uniform spread across India and global markets. And also when I say we're the largest franchise development company, nobody in the world sells more business, than Franchise India. This is also a registered trademark that we have in the name of Franchise India. You can also find that. Now, Franchise India is a trusted advisor to a lot of Indian companies and some of the most influential and the most respected business houses who actually, work with us, and we work with them to create their business models, make them franchise ready, and launch them in the market. And on the other side, like I said, investor, which also forms a very, very strong and a foundation for us. We engage with this community and we interact with this community, both these communities, through our well-structured 4 larger platforms. And these platforms have been created in a manner that nobody, in the world, not only what we're doing in India, but there is nobody in the world who has such a strong ecosystem which complements each other, right? So the value proposition is so compelling that nobody else, has been able to copy that so far. Not in India, but globally, nobody has been able to do that. But also the solutions that we offer are by far the most superior of all. And it has taken us 27 years, like I said. So, starting with our media business, we run some of the leading magazines, the 3 B2B magazines, which includes Entrepreneur, American Magazine. We are their partners for India and Asia. And this is a magazine which also rates companies like McDonald's. So if you go to America, America is the largest market on, when we talk about franchising. All the franchisors in America are rated by Entrepreneur, right? So the annual ranking is done by Entrepreneur from 1 to 100. So top 100 companies are rated by Entrepreneur. And these ratings are actually flaunted by all these big companies from McDonald's to KFCs on their websites. So that company in India and Asia is owned by us. We also run 2 other publications, which is Franchising World and The Retailer. So that is a print platform. And then we also, and this is omni-channel media platform I'm talking about. So we have 3 print magazines. We have the website franchiseindia.com, where more than 17,000 companies have listed their opportunities. So companies list their opportunities. We have nearly, about 10 million people who interact. They come on the website, they see the opportunities, reach out to companies. They also reach out to us when they find many options. They get, overwhelmed with that options. They also reach out to us. Our second is exhibition event. This is a physical platform where companies come, they represent, they meet the investors face to face. And this we do through larger exhibitions and events. There are about 200 such events that we do every year. These are larger exhibitions. And all these exhibitions are also open to all our independent franchise consultants. Recently, we concluded the world's largest franchise exhibition in New Delhi. This was just about 10 days back, 18th and 19th in the Yashabhumi in New Delhi. And in fact, all my partners from across India not only came, but all of them were, working for a specific brand, and they were representing a specific brand at the show. And they were meeting a lot of people who wanted to buy a business, ultimately to, sell these franchisees and make money out of that. And our second platform is the platform which is largely used for companies, where we have a company called FrankCorp. FrankCorp is the world's largest franchise consulting company. This is also a pioneer in franchise consulting, right? So when we started our business with media. We wanted to create that ecosystem, get, the stakeholders come together through the media group. And then we also realized that if we have to create a great ecosystem, a bigger ecosystem or a bigger marketplace, we also need to have a lot of people coming to us. We also need to have a lot of inventory of companies who are willing to offer their franchisees. And that point in time, there were not many companies who are franchising. Even I would say the entry of international brands was very, very limited. It was only after McDonald's happened, and especially I would say the last 10 odd years, we see a lot of international brands coming in India. Prior to that, we did not have many international brands coming in. So through FrankCorp, what we did, FrankCorp is an American company. We took the rights of FrankCorp in India 18 years back. And FrankCorp started working with a lot of SMEs, a lot of business owners, whom we felt the business model was great or the founders were great. And we worked with them to create their business model and make them franchise ready. Some of the examples, and FrankCorp works with all unicorns today who want to get into franchising. We work with all startups. We work with all public listed companies. And this is a very big, I would say platform, and the entire spectrum, from a smaller company to a larger company to a mid-sized company, we work with all of them. And we work with them to create a business model, their financials, and once that is done, we launch them in the market and give it to the distribution that we have in India, including our channel partners. A third platform is largely for people who want to invest in businesses. And here, again, we work with individuals, starting from maybe even a small investment of, say, 10 lakhs INR, going up to even 100 crores of investments. We work with individuals, we work with family firms, and also family offices to help them either take an individual brand or bring some international brands to the Indian territory. And over the last 2 odd decades, our company has also been instrumental in bringing more than 550 odd companies to the Indian market. So these are largely the platforms, that we have. On the model, I would say how you make money and how our model makes money. We have companies who come and work with us. These companies who use our consulting services, we work with them to create a business model. There's an engagement fee these companies give. And then there's an ongoing fee, the number of franchisees we make for these companies. There's an ongoing fee that we make on every sale that we do on bringing a franchisee on board. On the other side, I also work with a big community, like I said, of people who want to buy business. Now, these investors also give a mandate to franchise, and they say, oh, you take my mandate and help me buy a business, maybe a 15 lakh franchisee or a 1 crore investment or a 2 crore investment. So, and all these mandates, are taken care by us. So when an IFC comes on board, what you get is obviously the aggregation of all the companies that we currently have. And every day, like I said, we launch new brands. All that aggregation of companies comes to you. We also have a big engine of lead generation through our own platform, through our monthly lead generation, through our events, exhibitions, our magazines, all put together. And based on the city that you are, the opportunity that you've chosen, for example, you say, oh, these are 5 brands I want to manage in my city. So based on the opportunity and the investment for these companies, our marketing team in Delhi works with you to share these leads with you. And I'll explain in detail. I'll leave that to Sanjay towards the end to explain in detail the typical margins which you make out of selling these businesses. But all in all, this is, I would say, an asset light model, but very heavy, like I always say, on the intellect. And the biggest asset is you as an individual or a partner yourself. There's no infrastructure which is required, or I would say no working capital also is required to become a partner. But 2 things which I would say are mandatory is, the time that you bring, because our business is proportionate to the time that you bring in. There is no other asset. The biggest asset is the time that we hold, and that is also the entire inventory. So the returns that you can expect is proportionate to the time that you bring in, and it is also proportionate to the knowledge you have. Because as a consultant, I think these are 2 important things, because you need time to put in the business. Equally, you need to spend time, have diagnostic capabilities to reach out to companies and investors, and have enough knowledge so that you're able to advise people who trust you. So these are 2 important characteristics I would want to talk about, which we qualify primarily our partners on. So, and before going further, I'll also request, I'll give you a little understanding on franchising also. It's a very big impact market. And I'm sure today all that you're consuming, maybe the school, the preschool that your children go to the optical store that we go to the pharmacy shop that we go and buy our medicines from, to the salon that we go to even all the retail outlets from fashion, jewelry, footwear, telecom. Any single product that you're buying, in your day-to-day life, every product is coming from a franchised business. Even for that matter, the the quick commerce business, including Zeptos and Blinkist that we order from, all these businesses are franchised. So you can imagine how big is the market of franchising. Now, the last 26, 27 odd years have been great, but I know it was slow in the initial years because India was getting ready to understand what franchising was. But the next 10 years, the growth would be phenomenal. It would be 10x of what it was in the last 20 years. And this growth will be, the next 10 years would be 10 times of what we are sitting on today. Today, we are 180 billion size in terms of franchise economy in country. Globally, this industry is very, very big. This is almost about $4.8 trillion, which is larger than the economy of India. And I also made a mention this, a big majority, growth, which is attributed is through first-time business buyers. I gave you some examples of people I end up, talking every day. These are people who want to buy business. So first-time business buyer, first generation of business buyer is becoming very, very big. There was a time when we started, our business, this community of business buyers, first-time business buyer, the first generation was very limited. Out of 100 businesses that we were selling, only 10% were taken by people who were first-time business buyers, and largely 90% were taken by people who were from the business community or business families. Today, this equation has drastically changed. Out of 100 businesses which are sold, 60% of these businesses are taken by people who are first-time business buyers. And also, when I talk about what contribution franchising makes to the economy, is about 4% of the GDP today is done through franchise businesses. Now, why that is happening? Because if you look at the consumption story of India, I think everything we talk about, how we see the industry is going, how we see the business, growing, how we see the economy also growing, all that is pegged to how the consumption story of India is rising. Nearly 70% of India GDP is driven by domestic consumption. You look at economies like China, there compared to them, it is 53% in China and 70% in India. So of all the GDP, 30% is the other businesses. 70% is GDP driven by domestic consumption, which is very, very big. And all that we consume, is largely driven by, service businesses. And also businesses which are coming from a branded environment. Today, everything that we're consuming is coming from a branded environment. And on top of that, our cycles of how we are consuming is also changing, right? So there was a study which Asian Paints also did. They said, 15 years back, people were painting their homes once in 10 years. Now people are painting their homes, once in every 4 years. So which means that, the capacity of people to, invest money and spend money is changing. And same trend you will find also in food and all the categories, right? So today, maybe 5 years back, 10 years back, going out would only be a month phenomena. Maybe once in a month you would go out, order something. But now I talk to a lot of people, especially all the youngsters. Sometimes in my teams I speak to, I said they either order or go out at least, once in a day. So in a week, almost 6 to 7 times they're going and eating out. So you see how our consumption cycles are also changing. And there's a formalization of consumption. All that we're consuming is coming from a store which is branded. We know the name of these brands, and sometimes we become loyal to these companies we keep, buying our products from. So what we saw 20 years back, what happened to, the product industry, retail industry, I would say, there was modernization of retail that happened. The same is what we are witnessing today is modernization of services. So all the services that you're consuming at home, a quick commerce is a service, right? So that is a service that we're consuming at home. Direct to consumer healthcare services, we're consuming at home. A lot of cleaning services we are consuming at home. Now, all these services are also becoming branded, and there are companies who are leading in these respective spaces. And lastly, I would say, if you look at India's legacy, the legacy of entrepreneurship has been very, very strong in India. We have a very big population who have a great entrepreneurial spirit. And that is the reason India is called a shopkeeper nation, because we have every home who wants to start a business at some point of, a time in their life. And even youngsters, when they come and do a job in companies, eventually, when I sometimes speak to them, they say, oh, maybe one day we want to own and operate a business of our own. So, that is how this industry, the opportunity is becoming big. Now, before we go further, I'll request Sanjay, if he can also ask a little bit. We have shared a lot about us. I'll request if you can, friends, also share a bit about yourself. We like to know your profiles. And to make it easy, we'll ask you certain, questions, and you can just put the alphabet there and also mention the city that you come from. I'll let Sanjay, if you would want to lead that piece, please.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're on mute.
I'm so sorry. So we just wanted to understand that who is there with us in this webinar. Let's make it so interactive. So we want to know who is there with us as in terms of profile. So if you are a professional, use P. If you are a business owner, write B. And if you are management consultant already involved into some consulting practice, you can use MC. And if you're looking for a career change, use C. But we need your city name as well. So please use city name also with this. P stands for professional. So we want everyone to revert in the Q&A box. P stands for professional. If you are working in some company, if you are a business owner, write B. If you are a management consultant, MC. If you are looking for a career change, so you can use C along with your city name. So let's make it interactive, because we want everyone to revert in the Q&A box, so that consultants, the best quality is to immediately act on that. So we react, and we have seen a lot of now question answers are coming up. So Mr. Praveen Kumar is saying he's P. He is from Hyderabad. So Praveenji, welcome to this webinar once again. So you are quick, you are the first one. Congratulations. So you are professional and you are from Hyderabad. We have Mr. K. Chandrababu, he is also from Hyderabad. He is looking for a career change. He is C. Mr. Abraham Kumar is C. He is a career change. So please write your city name also, which city you are coming from. And few have raised the question also, though I have reverted back to them. Please use Q&A box. Do not raise your hand over there. So Mr. Kaushik is looking for career change. Mr. Venkatesh, professional from Coimbatore, welcome. Mr. Abdul, he is B, MC. Mr. Abdul Karim, Colombo, welcome from Colombo. So you are a management consultant. We will look forward to a little more on which type of consulting you do. You can use the Q&A box same. So from Kolkata, we have Mr. Arnab. He is looking for a career change. Mr. Kaushik is saying that I'm from New Delhi. Great. We have our corporate office here. So you are looking for a career change. Mr. Kaushik, we look forward to host you also in our office, corporate office. We can have a one-on-one discussion also. Mr. Hiral is saying he is MC, management consultant from Navi Mumbai. That's good. And you can write little more on the consulting practice, what you do, which kind of consulting you do. You are a financial consultant, you are a real estate consultant. Please send us little more on your profile. Mr. Thapa is from Kathmandu. Great. He's a professional already. Mr. Abdul, marketing and entrepreneurship. It's great. And which city you are from, please use that one also. So Mr. Jaya Raman, he is from Coimbatore, professional from Coimbatore. Welcome. Mr. Ashish is saying he is from Noida, management consultant. That's super. And management consultants, for sure, it's a great profile for this, because if you're already into some consulting, it becomes very easy to you to understand other consulting business also. So you are in Noida. As I said, we are in Faridabad. We are in Surajkund, so it's a corporate office there. We would also look forward to welcome you here and having a one-on-one meeting with you. Mr. Vikas is management consultant, digital marketing, Navi Mumbai. That's great. Digital marketing. He is doing the consulting. That's great. So Vipulji is from Ahmedabad. He's a management consultant, MSME consulting. That's great. I think this is also a good profile. You can write little more because we want to know little more on your side. So it will give us some understanding. Some from Patna. We have also Mr. Biram is writing that he is from Patna, looking for logistics scope. Great. We'll talk to you once again and one-on-one, and let's understand a little more on what you are looking for, and we will definitely have understanding on your requirements, and then we'll give you a little more for your requirement as well. So great. Others also, please, as a request, please use Q&A box and send us more queries and questions in regard to where from you are coming, what is that you have, and what is that you are looking at. If there is anything else you are also looking forward, so we will match make for sure. We have more than 16,000 businesses and brands with us. I have also mentioned franchiseindia.com website. You can visit our website and you can see companies who are listed with us. And any investor who can go to our website can find an opportunity in regard to your investment wise also, maybe categories wise also, and you want to see within this investment what you can have as an opportunity. So we have investment also option over there. So rest, we all are working. We have a lot of consultants, also, as I said, 97 cities. If we feel that you are from any particular city and looking forward for any other business opportunity, we will definitely help you, support you. That's our basic core business, to get people into business. As per your understanding and as per your market opportunity, we will definitely help you to structure a right opportunity for yourself. So here we will be giving you a little more understanding on the opportunity with a presentation, so that we can give you complete understanding what you get from our side and what is the process where you can become an independent consultant. But before that, we will give you complete understanding on what you are going to get out of this and how you can become a partner with Franchise India. So, Mr. Kailash, I would request, please do not raise the hand, and you can use Q&A box and send us your question over there. Then we'll take it up further. So as we discussed, we were talking about franchising. So we discussed, I'll summarize, franchising is whatever we consume today. As we discuss at your home, just throw some understanding on your home when you start your day. You start a day with milk products. We start with day with some bakery products. Everything is coming from franchising. You start sending kids to school, franchising. You wear clothes, whether it's a women wear, it's men's wear, it's a kids wear, everything comes from franchise company. You see shoes, it's again coming from a franchise company. After that, you see furniture coming from a franchise company. Even you use two-wheelers, four-wheelers coming from a franchise company. right? So then you go for petrol. So we have fortunate that we have worked with BP, Geo BP petrol pumps also. We have opened Geo BP petrol pumps also now. That's also franchising. So these petrol pumps are also coming from a franchise company. So overall, if you see this industry, it is growing. The consumption is growing. When consumption grows, franchising is growing. So it is today $4.8 trillion industry. That's how this industry is looking like. It's still growing. It's still growing. And if you'll see that category wise or sector wise, there are a lot of new categories who are coming into franchising because they want to expand, and the viable way of expansion is franchising, because in this you are finding a local partner, and local partner is uh, getting a lot of finance which has involved your real estate, your local knowledge, your vendors which are there, because it is very, very difficult for any company sitting in one city and managing other cities' operations and all. It's very, very challenging. That's how companies do offer these franchisees, and looking forward for like-minded people to become the partner with that company. And for an investor, also it is not easy to start your own brand. So that's how when you want to invest in any of the sustainable business, and you want to join a company which is proven business, which is a successful business. That's why we are looking forward for like-minded people to become the partner with Franchise India, because this opportunity is becoming so huge, so humongous every day, because there are a lot of new categories which are coming into franchise. Now, if we talk about EV segment is recently last 2-3 years, we have seen a lot of EV companies coming and offering directly franchise opportunities, because they are coming from one city and now they want to expand because their consumer is everywhere and they want to reach out to the consumer, and that's the only way wherein they can open franchise stores or franchise partners through Franchise India in different cities. Now, these are categories. Financial services, we work with Motilal Oswal, we work with ICICI Securities, we have worked with Kotak Mahindra also. And these are all some of the examples in financial services, but there are a lot of other companies who are into the similar category, but also are franchise. Now, we have seen pet care business. Pet care is also now booming. So there are few companies already now who are offering this franchise opportunity in the pet care services also. And then there are some direct home franchises, automobile, as I said, there are hotels and hospitals also, they are offering franchise. If you see, we go for some blood tests also, it is also franchise. The biggest company in this is Dr. Lal Pathlab. So we worked with Dr. Lal Pathlab from day one, and now it's the biggest company. And there are a lot of other companies which are coming into the diagnostic, offering diagnostic centers and lab opportunity in franchising also. Now, if you'll see, there are so business services, direct to home services, or there is any other service which is now e-clinics. If I talk about healthcare, is a big business in franchising today, and there are e-clinics also which are open now. Quick services, if we talk about quick service restaurants, there are a lot of in F&B. Now, there are a lot of segments in F&B who are coming into business, and now directly they are offering franchisees and getting associated with Franchise India to increase the network. Retail to any other category, if you'll see, there are a lot of new categories which we have seen that they are also coming into franchising. So what we are talking about is that what is offered from Franchise India when someone is joining us as an IFC, what are we going to offer? So we call it as a tablet. T stands for technology. So when you join us, we'll create a CRM for you, and this all database will be coming into CRM. And you can also use CRM for our daily businesses. And we are also giving you Franchise India domain email address, which is Franchise India email address for you, so that you can use and represent as a Franchise India partner. A stands for access to infrastructure. So we have given complete access to our partners to come and use our offices across. Somebody was writing from Delhi, Noida, or Bombay, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad. We have offices everywhere. So it's a free access to all our partners. You can use for your daily meetings. You can invite your clients. Our team will also have a joint meeting, and you can use it for your all meetings. You can book the boardroom and use it for all your meetings. So this is full access to our partners. That's why it's an independent franchise consultant, wherein There is no requirement of having your own office and having a other investments in this to open an office. That's not, absolutely not required. B stands for brand. So we have around 1,100 companies today which have exclusive with Franchise India. We have an agreement and a contract with all these companies, which includes Reliance also. We are very proud that we are also working with Reliance fashion brand. Earlier it was Reliance Trends. Now it is Fashion Hub by Trends. Is also on board with Franchise India. We work with Tata Chroma, we work with Adani's, we work with Bata. We have got all these established companies also, and we have also a lot of startup companies, because we get them on board and then we make their franchise ready and get their SOP systems in place, and then we take them to franchising and we develop their network also. And we are also having around 200 international opportunities with us. And these are also accessible to all our partners. So as far as the leads are concerned, so we are giving 50 minimum guaranteed leads every month. So these are minimum. And when we are coming for the training program, T stands for training. As we discussed, there's a 3 days training program in our office, corporate office first time. Then we will help you to build your brand portfolio. And when we giving you brands we want to drive, there will be a campaign which we have a fresh campaign for generating the fresh leads. And these leads are brand centric. These brand centric will be also given to all our IFC partners, which can be a location as you choose, that you want any location, any brand, we will help you with all the fresh leads. So leads is not a problem, because we are getting minimum 1 lakh new investors every month directly with Franchise India contact. So this is the lead support which we are giving. There is no investments from any of our partners for a fresh lead to generate or any promotions to do. All events, E stands for events, are also accessible to all our partners. Like we are doing on 1st of June, we are doing a show in Bangalore. So now we are doing a lot of activities, a lot of promotional activities for all our partners, even though we are creating a local language video also, so that they are inviting their investors and their clients within their own language, so that it becomes a little easy, so they connect with them. So this is all promotional activities done by Franchise India. You are participating in our event, if suppose somewhere, so you have to only give your time. Rest all the brands, Franchise India will invite investors, because those are all paid investors. We invite to the show, and then we do a matchmaking. So we are matchmakers. So what we do, we have one side investors whom we invite, one side we invite brands, and we do matchmaking and we do meetings between investors and the brands. 3 days training, as we discussed already, T stands for training. So this is very important. So when any new IFC partner is onboarded with us, so we have a new batch training, which we do in our corporate office every month. Now, next batch is going to be June. So in any case, if we have someone who joins us, will be invited, and you are coming to Delhi office is on your own. Rest all your pick and drop, your food, your accommodation, everything is on Franchise India. And we give you 3 days extensive training, and then we hand over a certificate which will help you to become a licensed franchise consultant with Franchise India. And then our business is started. So once you attend that training program, so it will be in-depth knowledge about products and about Franchise India, about our core system, and about the processes and systems that we have created over the period of time will be transferred to you. And then your first day would be after the training. The first day would be actually your first working day. But first working day also, we start our business, and we will help and support the support function which we have created, wherein you are joining us, you are completely dependent on. So from dependent to interdependent, then interdependent to independent. So we will completely support. We call it as MOST, M-O-S-T. M stands for mentoring. So that's why our regional heads to management to everyone is there to support, and we are completely mentoring our all partners. Every day we give you a lot of new brand knowledge and trainings and everything, and we mentor. O stands for opportunities. So these opportunities are available already with us. And we have also given an opportunity to our partners that you can also refer even any other brand from your city to other cities or anywhere, and that who are looking forward to join us to help them to create their network. So that's a reference which you also can get, and then this supply side of it, because demand is already there, because investors are there, investors are looking forward to start a new business. So other side, we have also a supply side of it, which is already there, but we are also getting new brands on board on everyday basis. So the equal opportunity is with our partners also, that you can give us a reference of any new business, and we help you to come on the call, to do a joint meeting, to proposals, presentations, follow-ups, payments, and it will be in your name as per the process concern. So that will be completely giving you a complete understanding on these new businesses also to come on the board. And also we help and guide you how to work with an investor, how to understand an opportunity from the investor side of it, because there are the different opportunities, different requirements from different investors. So any investor who is asking for anything which is there as an opportunity, so what we do is we do a joint call. So that's a mentorship also, that's a support function also. We'll do a lot of joint calls so that we help and understand the requirement from the investor side, and then we help to match make and get your business done. What is a proposed structure of an IFC? So when you joined Franchise India, we talk about as an entry point of Franchise India as an independent franchise consultant. So this is the entry point. Now from here, we feel that every partner who joins us is unique. Someone is putting less time, someone is putting max more time, someone is full time, but we need minimum 100 hours. That's a requirement, 100 hours in a month. So somewhere around 4 to 5 hours a day. So this business is absolutely not for someone who is working somewhere and looking forward for Saturday, Sunday kind of, because you will be losing the lot of businesses. So we do a lot of trainings, and we have also mandatory 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 8 o'clock in the morning. That's a policy, that's a system which we have created to join a Zoom meeting, which is 3 days in a month, in a week to attend. So wherein we discuss and we will give you a lot of understanding about new products and new product trainings also. And then there are a lot of opportunities which are we invite and give you introduction also, and the deep understanding about that brand opportunity as well. So once you join us, you become as an entry point. So you are IFC as a basic. Now there's a growth ladder which we have created to become IFC Elite, and it is coming to you when you touch 15 lakh rupees revenue or 15 deals. As we discussed, we have one side investors, one side brands. When we match make and we get a one deal closed, any investor who is giving some LOI or giving some token amount to any brand, when they finalize, that we call as a deal. So if you do 15 deals or 15 lakh rupees revenue, whichever is coming early in a year, you will become IFC Elite. And then what at Elite, what you are going to get and how it is going to change your payout structure, that's my second slide on this. But when you are touching 50 lakh rupees revenue or 30 deals, then you become IFC Pro. And accordingly, you can become IFC Master when you are touching 1 crore rupees revenue. And it may take 1 year, it may take 2 years, but at IFC basic level to Elite membership, it takes sometimes 2 months also, sometimes 4 months also, and sometimes it is just one deal which will make you qualify for Elite membership, and you go for the next level. And the payout structure, how it is going to change, this is the very important slide, which is we will put little more time on this to make you understand. But after this webinar, our teams will be 100% giving you a full understanding about these products once again, so that you know exactly how I can earn and what is my earning potential, and how I can set my benchmark to earn 2 lakh rupees a month or 5 lakh rupees a month or 10 lakh rupees a month. So opportunity is there. It's all depends on your timing which you are giving to this business, because every business like have got ROI, return on investment, but our business, we have a different ROI. That is return on involvement and return on intelligence. So what we are talking about, if you are involved, it's your business, then you can grow faster. So involvement is very, very important in our business, and return on intelligence, because you have to train yourself as a consultant. When you work with any investor would also expecting you to add value into this. So if you don't have the product knowledge, you don't have the brand knowledge, investor will not work with you. That's why we say it's a return on intelligence also, because we train you. We train you with new brands every day. If there is an international brand, how it is working in India, what is their requirement, what is their not only the investment, there is a lot of things which we need to understand, how ROI can be calculated, how business model can be seen, and how we can see the financial model out of any business. So this is all training which we are giving to all our partners every day. New brands are coming, new brand we launch, and the training will be also given. So at IFC Basic, as I said, you are my 40% shareholder. So 40% of what Franchise India is getting through you. Now we have some revenue products. If you see I stands for investor. That's our first community. And the second community is brands. These are the two communities we work with. So I stands for investor and B stands for brands. Investor acquisition, IA, which means when we work with an investor, we onboard that investor. We say that we are consultants, we are advisors. We do not give our time to anyone for free. So our product is time. So that's what we value. So if we are working with an investor, understanding the requirement, and then we start finding a right match. But for that, we have to evaluate a lot of categories, a lot of brands, and a lot of businesses. For that, we need a lot of time to invest for any investor. That's why we talk about the registration first. We onboard that investor. Onboarding that investor, we called it as investor acquisition, IA. And when we start servicing that after registration, we start evaluating, we give a lot of options, and then a lot of meetings will happen with different brands. Then we also charge some service fees. When we charge a service fee to the same investor, that becomes our product IS, investor servicing fee. And at the same time, whichever business we are selling to any investor or investor interested in any business and LOI and the deal is done, that brand, which is B, that brand will also give a success fees to Franchise India that becomes business service fees or brand service fee. And then fourth product is BD, which is brand onboarding or business development, wherein you refer us. Any reference you give us, we help you to come on the call, to understand the requirement, to second call, third call, and then we'll also help to send the proposals, presentations, and we help you to also close following the payment structure also. So all done by Franchise India, only your reference is required. And we evaluate that reference and then we come on the joint call. So in this, there's a 20%. And here, once you become IFC Elite, so this side, it will increase 40 to 50. Then at Pro, it will become 60. At Master, you will become 70. And BD side, it will remain same because your reference giving to us is same process because you are not providing any service. All services and follow-ups will be done by Franchise India team. So you have 20% in this. So as an example, if I talk about investor acquisition, how it's going to start. When we work with investors, so then every investor is unique and have got its own investment range. So we are talking about the first category, which is up to 20 lakh rupees. Any investor whom we meet have only up to 20 lakh rupees investment. It can be 15, it can be 19, it can be 10 lakh also, but under 20. So Franchise India is going to charge as a registration, which is only 25,000 rupees as IA, investor acquisition. And then when we start servicing, it may take a month, it may take 2 months, it may take 3 months, but after that, we'll surely get a service fees from the same investor, and that is minimum of 50,000 rupees in case the investor acquisition was 25,000. Now, I'll give you an example on how we work. Suppose any partner who is doing 10 investor acquisition a month, we are giving 50 leads every month, and then we give brand leads also, and then you come to our exhibition events, and you have a lot of leads with you now. So if you're working with investors, we start getting them on board. So if you do 10 investor acquisition a month, you do 25,000 into 10. So I'm talking and calculating it on the basic because as far as investment goes, little upper side, our fee will also increase like 20 lakh to 50 lakh. Then there is a 40,000 rupees, which is an investor acquisition fee, onboarding fees. And then 50 lakh to 1 crore, it will go little upper side. And then 50 1 crore to 2 crore, and then after 2 crore and above, there's another service fees which is already been structured. So I'm talking about and calculating on the basic, 25,000 rupees, which is the basic. So on 10 investors, if you take on board a month, because the process will go on every month, and you will keep on adding the prospects and adding the investor acquisitions every month. So if you do 10, the calculation is very simple. You do 25 into 10, that becomes 2.5 lakh rupees. And this 2.5 lakh rupees is coming to Franchise India. Your share becomes 40%, which is directly 1 lakh rupees will go to you. And to do this, there will be a complete support function from Franchise India team side, that we will come on the joint call, help you how to get investor on board, what are services we are providing, what are documentation, which is very, very important to sign the documentation, to do the KYC, proper KYC, and that all will be supported by Franchise India team. So after that, since this investor acquisition, when you onboard a investor, this gives you three things. One, it's a sure shot deal for you, because this investor who is locked in now will buy some franchise, may take a month, may take 2 months, may take 3 months, but it's a sure shot deal for our partner or for our advisor. Second is, he will not go anywhere, because there are a lot of partners, a lot of teams across, or if he goes anywhere, everybody will ask the same process. So no investor will pay the investor acquisition fee twice or thrice. He has paid you, he will come back to you, because everyone in Franchise India, as a system, as a policy, we have the same policy. So everyone will ask him to register with us to pay for 25,000 rupees. So that's why we lock in the investor. And third is that this investor will start following you, rather you follow him. Because sometimes when we meet investor, he's just saying us that maybe we'll take 6 months, we'll take 1 year time. But when you do investor acquisition, you register him, and then investor will follow us and ask for opportunities. Let's start. So that's why we are getting sure shot deals out of this. So this 2.5 lakh rupees out of these 10 investors which you lock in, you get 1 lakh rupees straight, because Franchise India have got 2.5 lakh rupees. And after when you service, your sure shot IS amount will become 10 into 50,000, because minimum is 50,000 as IS fees. That becomes again 5 lakh rupees. Out of this 5 lakh rupees, also your share is 40%, which is 2 lakh rupees. So again, you will get 2 lakh rupees from the same investor. And third, the brand will also pay us a success fees, because then we start doing the matchmaking and there are deal closed, and every brand will pay us, because these brands are agreement wise with us. It will be 100% surety that brand will pay us a success fees, as it is mentioned in the agreement. So at the time of brand onboarding, we mutually accept and agree for some brand service fees, because we are selling franchisees. So each franchise closure will pay us, brand will pay us a brand success fees or service fees, and that is fixed in the agreement. Now, what is that amount? So in the smaller investments, it is 1 lakh rupees. And then average out, it can be 2 lakh rupees. Then some cases we have 3 lakh, 4 lakh also. And there are some bigger ticket values. We get 10 lakh and 20, 30 lakh also, because we have some unit franchise, we have master franchise, we have international brands. So this business service fees, brand service fees will be different from brand to brand. But it is also mentioned in the agreement. So there is 100% clarity on that, what every brand is providing us. Minimum is 1 lakh. So Franchise India do not work less than a lakh of rupees for selling any franchise. That's the system. But if we talk about as an average of 2 lakh rupees from these 10 in brands which we have sold, and average out 2 lakh rupees, so this becomes 2 lakh into 10. That's straight away 20 lakh rupees. So this is all I'm assuming, and I'm giving you some example on this. This can be bigger than that, but I'm taking as an average. So this would be 20 lakh rupees, and your share again in this is 40%, which is 8 lakh rupees out of 20 lakh, which becomes 40%. Now, 3 products, as I said, if you are doing investor acquisition, if we focus on this product to lock in the investor, that is actually the game. So this will give you 3 times business. all these 3 products, you get 40% on this. And same process we repeat every month. So now there is no target on that. You can do 20 also. You can do 5 also. You can do 10 also. It's about you to set up a complete understanding on that. And if you want to do 10 average, you can also work accordingly. Leads has no problem. Support function has no problem. You can invite or any of our office. Our team will help you to convert this into the transaction will be done by us. So this was an example. And if I talk about now on the BD product, it's a higher ticket value, or revenue product, which is brand onboarding. So in this, our format is actually in 4 parameters. So we have 4 proposals, which is 100% there in the system, which is fixed by company as a process, as a policy. Now, this is starting from 7.5 lakh rupees. Then we have 15 lakh rupees. Then we have 40 lakh rupees. And then we have 75 lakh rupees. This is what we are talking about, brand on board. So any brand which you refer, we help all through and understand the requirement. And accordingly, we'll set up a meeting and then we send a proposal and presentation. Now, minimum is 7.5 lakh, which is we call as a front start. So any company which is starting their franchise operations, if there is any company which is at the startup level, so we have a front start as a proposal, which is helping them in 2 ways. One, getting them ready, all documentation, consulting, it will be done by us and getting them ready. And then next 12 months also, all the marketing, lead generation, lead management would be also done by Franchise India. Because at startup level, there are a lot of challenges, because they are not investing continuously for 12 months in marketing. Maybe they can give you 2 months, 3 months, some kind of support, but after that they find challenge in this. So they are not able to continue that. Because first 3 months, there is no business which is coming in some startup and unknown brands. But when it is about to start, when results start some, you are out of this. You are not there present anywhere. So that's why Franchise India have designed a special program for all the startup companies who are just starting their franchise network, and that is only 7.5 lakh rupees, which will have including you are getting ready to franchise and all marketing for next 12 months. And this 7.5 lakh rupees plus GST will come to Franchise India. Now, if you see, you are doing and giving us some references. If we convert 2 every month, if I convert 2, which is 7.5, and this becomes 15 lakh rupees revenue Franchise India, your share is 20% straight away. And what you have done, given us only a reference on that. One reference, if it's converted, you get 20%. It can be 15 lakh rupees, also a model which we are offering, you get 20%. Now, if you do any brand which we have got bigger rollout, after understanding, we can give them a program for 40 lakh rupees also, you get 20%. If we take on board as for 75 lakh rupees also, you get 20%. So 20% is on the upfront fees, which is the onboarding fee from the brand side. And after that, we take on board, we get them ready, we start selling franchise, and you also can sell franchise or any other partner, because this opportunity becomes open for everyone. If you start selling that franchise, you want to take that ownership, and we will give all leads to you, the same brand. And when you sell a franchise, this will become another opportunity for you to earn BS amount, brand success fee amount. That then in that case, if we have 3 lakh rupees for each closure, you get 40% again of that franchise sales and brand servicing. So you have multiple opportunities to earn out of this. You want to have any brand, suppose we have to sell 20 franchises, you want to do that complete ownership you want to take, and you want to have all the leads for that brand and you want to drive. So all leads will come to you, you start selling franchise, and then you have a full rollout with you, all franchises given selling by you, all business brand service fees which is coming is going to have a share with you. Rest anybody who is selling the franchise, this BS fees will go to him or her. So, but otherwise, brand onboarding fee will go to anybody who is referring us that reference. So here it is, as I said, it goes to 50%, 60, and 70. And at 70% also, this is very important that we still continue give you all the leads, all the brands, all the training, all the events, not even a single penny, anyone who have to invest throughout the 3 year of agreement which we have with every IFC partner. There is no investment whatsoever. We are talking about any promotion, any lead generation. There is no investment from our partner. So all done by Franchise India, even though we are getting 30%, you are getting 70%, we still continue giving you all the support. But as per the leads, it will definitely go up, percentage will go up, and the CRM will also go up. So at starting level, it's an independent and individual role. You'll get one CRM. And the moment you grow, we also increase +1, +2, +3. You will get as a CRM. That means that you can also add on the team members or maybe family members to become the part of you. We will provide all the training. And again, we'll provide all the leads for everybody. And the whole training and my events are also accessible to all the members. That's very, very important because you as a team can work and there is no need of taking any office at this level. But as you grow, you want to start an office also, small kind of office, that's also open, which can be branded by Franchise India name. That's also open. But it, as I said, it is not for everyone. This opportunity is only for few who really feels that can become a consultant and devote time into this. It's not a part-time. And there's a purely selection basis. So what we do is once we interact with you, we find out some kind of an opportunity that you select us, we select you. And once we go through, then you become our partner. And what you have to do is there's a one license fees only, which is 5.5 lakh rupees to become our partner. And there's only one-time license fees. So at the same time, we have thousands of business opportunities which we are selling every day. Right from a startup to Reliance. But there is not even a single, we can guarantee that, there is not even a single opportunity which is as low as Franchise India opportunity. So this opportunity is not even simply as an IFC, it's a Franchise India opportunity, it's a Franchise India partnership, it's a Franchise India franchisee. So when you become our partner, you have to only invest 5.5 lakh rupees as one-time license fees, and 3 years is the agreement. All 3 years, we are going to invest on every partner. There's a lot of investments which we have to do. But the fact is, as Franchise India, if you really want, we can have 10 lakh, 15 lakh rupees also as a brand fee because we are selling some non-branded opportunities, which are unknown brands, which are new brands also. Sometimes we are selling for them 5 lakh rupees as a franchise fee, setup cost 30 lakh, 40 lakh. And then opportunity becomes 30, 40, 50 lakh rupees altogether. But in our business, there is no investment as such. There's only one investment, which is a license fees. And then you become brand for Franchise India in your city. You represent yourself as Franchise India. But we have a training module. How you can become a brand Franchise India. We have a full training program on that when you coming to our training program. But after that also, there's a lot of training programs which we'll do every 3 days a week, which is 8 o'clock in the morning. So we keep on giving you training. But as we have a transparent system, in these morning meetings, all IFC partners come together, share their opportunities, share their challenges, and our IFC partner to other IFC partner are helping to understand that because someone has challenge, someone is having an answer. So we have question also, we have solution also there. So that's how we share, and we peer-to-peer learning is also there. And now since it's a system last 5 years, which started in the COVID time, everybody was in the COVID time also coming to the morning meeting, and that system and structure is still continuing. And we feel that we should come together when we can give you some understanding about every day there is a new opportunity coming in, new challenges all new partners may have, and they can share openly with us. Since this webinar was for 1 hour, so we have to take a little more time. So we have to sign off for today. But before that, we want to have a vote of thanks to everyone who have joined us today, given us 1 hour, listening us patiently, because this is one-sided webinar. We really appreciate your patience and your time given to us. Here onwards, our team will reach out to each one of you and understand your requirement, understand your, what you're coming from. If there is any other opportunity you are looking forward, and we will definitely match make that also, because we are having more than 16 companies and opportunities with us. If this doesn't match, we have other thing to match. So we are consultants, we are advisors, we are really matchmake, and we will come up with your expectation also that we will definitely matchmake. But if anyone who feels that there is some synergy that we can come together as partners, and then we will have to go for the next slot, which is our selection with our chairman. There will be a 10 minutes introduction, which is there with our chairman, and then we shake hand and we join, and we'll invite you for our training for 3 days. We'll host you there in Delhi, and we have got a lot of events in between. First is we are organizing an event in Bangalore, and then we have Hyderabad, Kochi, and other cities also coming up. So if anyone who is there in Bangalore can come and connect with us, we will also help you to meet our existing network there in the show, how they work, how they interact, how they work with investors, how they work with brands, and how they get the business, and what is the support function from Franchise India side. Also, that will be very, very helpful to see practically and meet our IFC partners there. As I said, we have a very, very transparent system. You can talk to any of our partner anytime. So that's a transparent system we have. And we'll continue to do that. But till then, we again want to thank you from Franchise India platform side and panel side also. This is a big thank you for our side, because this is more than 1 hour you have been with us. Till then, thank you once again, and be safe and be. We look forward. We definitely look forward for some people to join us. And if it is making some sense for you, and if you have any other query also, I'll also put my contact number, because you have given us a lot of time. So in respect to that, I'm going to have my number in the chat box. My name is Sanjay. You can also reach out to me, and in case you have been invited by someone, if your query is there, we'll forward your query to our respective team members and leaders, then they will take you up. Thank you so much, and thanks panelists also for coming on the panel today in this webinar. Thank you very much.